you're clearly living and working with real purpose, and you're role modeling to your girls, aren't you, actually, that
Yeah.
you can make a living out of doing something that brings you great joy. I mean, for any of my audience who missed our first conversation and hasn't followed your life since you stepped away from WWE, explain what you are doing now in your life at House of Healing.
Yeah, so I'm an emotional alignment specialist. It's something that I really created after I went through my traumas of my own panic attacks that plagued me for a couple of years. I tried everything to heal from that, medicines, supplements, chiropractic, I mean, you name it. And what really guided me out was spiritual guidance. And it was really getting to the root cause of everything in my subconscious mind that was causing me anxiety because I didn't feel anxiety in my conscious mind. It was all in my subconscious mind. So diving into that, it made me very connected. Um, when you have a panic attack, a real panic attack, it looks like I pass out, but I'm actually not passed out. I'm actually shoved in my subconscious mind. So I can't see. I usually can't talk unless I'm asked a question.
Wow.
And I'm on the ground and I'm having heart palpitations. Slightly feels like what I would imagine a heart attack would feel like. I don't know what that feels like, but it's a very scary place. But I know where I'm at. So it's not like I forget what happened. I am fully aware of everything that's happening, which is really scary. However, in the subconscious mind, that's really your higher consciousness, and it's your connection to your intuition and your connection to God. And so when I got in there repeatedly, day after day after day, it started off super scary, right? And then it got to a point I was like, I said to my husband one day, I said, God wants you to ask me a question. And he was like, what? Like, that's the weirdest thing to say. I'm like, I don't know. Ask God a question. And he asked me a question, and it just like words just came spewing out of my mouth. And in that moment, I realized that's my connection to God. And that's my connection to my intuition or my higher self, which is all the same in my opinion. And so people are like, well, what are you, psychic? Or, I'm like, no, I'm just connected. And I explain it like this. The first voice we hear in our head is our intuition or our God voice. And everything we hear after that talks us out of it. So, for example, if there's a voice that's like, you should go to the gym today, that's your higher self, God voice. And then it's like, no, it's raining outside. No, you only be there for 30 minutes. No, the drive's too far. You see, everything will talk you out of your greater good. And so what I do is I reconnect you to that higher voice, and realign you with your true purpose. And we get to the root cause of releasing everything that doesn't serve you. So people can really get stuck on all these voices that talk us out of it. And when emotions are so high, we can't hear our God voice,
Mm.
right? Because we are all up in our business. And so I've been blessed with the gift of I can hear it for you. And so I will ask you permission if I can hear that for you, and I'll help guide you to find that. And when I guide you to find that in your subconscious mind and we release those emotions at the root cause, the healings that happen in my room here are just incredible.
Mm.
They're miracles that are happening on a daily basis in here where people are like, I've been to psychiatrists and psychologists, and nobody has ever gotten to the root cause of this in one session. And so it's been really a blessing of taking, I call it trauma triggered greatness. And so when you go through a trauma, it gets triggered in your life, right? But I work with people on having that trauma trigger your greatness.
Mm.
And when people can shift that mindset, and so every time that trauma comes up, they think of, oh, this is for my greater good. Now that trauma is actually their biggest gift instead of a trauma. And it's a slight mind shift, but I can help people uncover that. And when they do, their whole life opens up. This weight, this heavy weight just comes off of their shoulders, and they have forgiveness and gratitude and grace, and can live their life again. So it's a really beautiful process that I've been able to create.